In the hard-link demo, you were able to see how you could apply cloth dynamics to a two-point polychain and then use that calculation, use that motion data of the two-point polychain and apply it to the objects. In that case, it was some monkeys that were linked in a chain. And a few of you asked if you could do that on a higher poly chain, and in this scene I've got a higher poly chain with some dynamics applied to it, for those of you that requested that. But also, we, just like HardLink, we have MetaLink, but MetaLink works a little differently. And so let's take a look. So I've got this two-point poly chain that's whipping around with dynamics. I also have this collision object that's set to event, and when it passes through, it cuts the two-point polychain in two. That's using the cut by event that we saw in earlier demos as well. So what I'd like to do in this scene, let's go and I'm going to show the worm that I have in the scene. And as you can tell, just like with HardLink, I've parented the worm to the two-point polychain. And what I'd like is for the worm to use the motion data of the two-point polychain to move it around. So I'm going to open up Properties, come over to FX MetaLink and turn that on, and let's take a look. As you can see, the geometry in the worm is being controlled by the motion data of the two-point polychain. There's no bones or dynamics applied to the worm. It's just using the information from the two-point polychain. Just as easy as HardLink, different effect, and there you go. There's an example of using MetaLink.